Have you ever wondered what keeps the concrete road from cracking at the joints? It's not a magic, it's the power of a small steel bar called as a dowel bar. Hey friends, welcome back to channel Civil Engineering Academy. Today we are going to talk about a small but very important component used in rigid pavements that is called as a dowel bar. You might have seen steel bars placed at the joint of a concrete roads. Those are the dowel bars. But their role is not just about the reinforcement, they help in the load transfer, maintain alignment between the slabs, and the prevent cracks at the joints. So, let's understand in the simple and the practical way what a dowel bar is, where it is used, and how it functions in the pavement construction. So, let's start. What is a dowel bar? A dowel bar is a small circle and a flat steel rod. It is used to help a technical joint between the slabs that doesn't restrict parallel movement. Most of the time, these bars will be used to attach the cement pavement to the surface to hold in the extra pressure and the weight of moving vehicles. And its diameter can be between 32 mm and the 38 mm, and the length can be in between 32 mm to 60 mm. And the usual rule is to put them 305 mm apart on the concrete slabs where there will be a lot of foot traffic. Usually, dowel bars are smooth and coated with the stainless steel to protect them from the rusting. Some of the dowel bars are covered with the epoxy so that they won't stick to the plain cement concrete, that is PCC. Notably, if a dowel bar is a green, it has an epoxy coating, and if it is shiny, it is covered with stainless steel. Then question come in the mind, what is the function of a dowel bar? There are the many functions, like they help in the transferring the load from one slab to the next, ensuring the load is shared between the adjacent slabs. Then next function is to prevent the unequal settlement or faulting at joints. The next function is it keeps the slab in the horizontal alignment and controls the differential deflection. The next is by sharing the load, they reduces the stress at the joint edges and increases the pavement's lifespan. Then dowel bars helps in the minimizing cracks at a joint due to thermal expansion and the contraction. Also, it minimizes the bumps at joints, resulting at a smoother rides for the vehicles. These are the so many functions of a dowel bar, and now we'll see the purpose of a dowel bar. The purpose of a dowel bar is to make a joint work better. The next, dowel bars are kept to move weight across the joints in the concrete. The next is dowel bars are used to make the joints less likely to break, and they are used to stop the corners from the breaking. The next purpose is it is used to move the load from the one member like a slab to another member like another slab. So these are the few purposes of a dowel bar, and next is uses of a dowel bar. Like the function purposes, there are so many uses of dowel bars are there. Like a dowel bars connect two slabs of a jointed plain cement concrete mechanically, and these slabs are made and put in the homes and businesses to handle a lot of foot traffic. This bar reduces the bending and the stress on the pavement. Then next is their installation keeps the concrete slab from the moving side to side and making them better at moving loads. So these are the few uses of a dowel bars. The next point is types of a dowel bars. As seen previously, there are the two types of a dowel bars, like a stainless steel dowel bars and the epoxy coating dowel bars. We'll see one by one in detail. The first one is the stainless steel dowel bars. Most stainless steel dowel bars are made from the simple round pieces of a metal, and they offer a way to connect concrete or other structure that will last and won't rust. Since they come in the different diameters, materials and the strengths, there is usually a dowel bar that is right for the jobs. Dowel bars are used to move the weight from the one concrete slab to another while allowing for thermal expansion along the axis of the dowel. This is about the stainless steel bar. Now we'll see in detail what is a epoxy coating dowel bar. The dowel bar should be coated with an epoxy coating material picked from the official epoxy coating of a steel. Once the coating is dry, it must be at least 7 mm thick. And dowel bars with the balling or the other deformation controls can't slide into the concrete. So the chips made when cutting the coated bar must be taken away. And the dowel bar should be supplied by the coating processes in the approved certified reinforcing bar, epoxy coater, and the selecting bars made by the supplier. This is all about the epoxy coating dowel bar. And next is specification and installation of a dowel bars. The dowel bar's size depends on how thick the pavement is. Most of the dowel bars are between 32 and 38 mm in the diameter and 460 mm long and 305 mm apart. The minimum distance between the two bars should be 305 mm. The dowel bars are either coated or made up of stainless steel to prevent the corrosion. And dowel bars are always put in the middle of the slab's thickness, and they are put across the crack in the concrete pavement that runs from the side to side to let it move. The biggest problem with installing the dowel bar is that the bar needs to be set up right and the concrete needs to be packed down more. This is all about the specification of a dowel bars. Now we'll see the installation of a dowel bars. There are the many points involved in the installation of a dowel bars like joint location, alignment, half length coating, then sleeves or we can say the cap. Then fixing methods are there like cast in place method or drilled in method, and the cover and the concrete placement is also involved in the installation of dowel bars. So we'll check all this in the detail. So the first one is the joint location. Dowel bars are installed at the transfer joints in the rigid pavements and typically used at the expansion and the contraction joints. The next point comes in the installation is alignment. Bar must be parallel to the surface and the direction of a traffic. Proper alignment ensures the effective load transfer and prevent the slab from the cracking. Then next point comes, that is half length coating. One half of the dowel bar, usually on the expansion side, is coated with the grease, bitumen or epoxy, and this allows the longitudinal movement due to the thermal expansion or contraction. Then the next point is the sleeves or cap. A plastic or the metal sleeve is provided at one end to allow the movement, and this cap must be slightly bigger in the diameter than the dowel bar, so we can fix that cap in the dowel bars. The next point is a fixing method. There are two main methods of placing dowel bar. The first one is cast in place method. Dowel bars are placed in the position before concrete is poured and alignment is ensured using steel chairs. And the second method is drilled in method. After slab casting, holes are drilled and the dowel bar are inserted with grout, mostly used in the repair work or retrofitting. So these are the two different methods of fixing dowel bars. The next point is a cover and the concrete placement. There should be minimum cover of a 75 mm top and the bottom, and it should ensure the proper vibration of a concrete around the dowel bars to avoid honeycombing. So this is all about the installation of a dowel bars. And next point is advantages of a dowel bars. There are the many advantages like dowel bars are used to extend the structures easily, and for this only a small amount of a drilling is needed to insert in the steel. The next advantage, the horizontal movement of a dowel bars keeps the concrete pieces from the falling apart. The next advantage, it makes it easier to work with the joints of a structural members. Also, dowel bars lengthen the life of the firm structural member. The next is, it raises the project's initial cost but lowers its total cost over its lifetime. The next advantage is the load carrying capacity of a slab is increased by using dowel bar, and a dowel bar is used to reduce the stress and the deflection. So these are the many advantages of a dowel bar. So it is convenient to use the dowel bar because it initially increases the cost of the project, but it increases the lifespan, stress carrying capacity, load carrying capacity, and many more things. So these are the different advantages of a dowel bars. The next point is the disadvantages of a dowel bars. Like dowel bars require more work to design, and dowel bars are surrounded by the concrete that is too hard. So this is all about the dowel bars. Dowel bars may look small, but they play a huge role in ensuring the durability and the performance of the concrete pavements. Proper specification, correct alignment, and accurate installations are the key to prevent the cracks, joint failures, and the uneven surfaces. We know that strong roads begin with the smart detailing, and dowel bars are the ones such a smart detail. So this is all about the dowel bars. Thank you so much for watching video till end. If you found the content of this video useful, then please like it, share it with your civil engineering friends, and subscribe channel.